Wait, what?
We're recording now.
Get off me.
It's October the 19th.
Wait a minute. I think it's the 18th. Wait, what? It's the 19th.
You want to know why? Because I did my daily meditation today.
You didn't do it. No, you didn't do it.
I'm already further along than you. You've been at 40 years. I've been at 1 year. I'm already further along. I don't flip out.
I'll bet you.
I'm the picture of concentration. I have control. I have complete control over my emotions, and now. Service to others. I'm painting 2 acres of farm fence for nothing, for free, because I just now service to others. Yes,
it's a fine line. You're going to find out. Money. I'm still struggling with. It's a fine line between service to others and being a mark.
That's true. Because this is family.
No,
now, if I was just doing it for some...
It's extended family. That's not fucking, you know what I mean?
No, they're close. They're they're good. It's not like my fucking third cousin that lives down in... Did you know Bert wrote a book?
Yeah, I know. I just got... How did you hear about it? Who hit you up about it?
I saw my former partner, Cassidy Riley, posted about it on Facebook. Okay. It's called Tonight, Tonight, Tonight.
I wonder who gets the money.
Big sloppy picture of Bert in his robe.
I wonder who gets the money now that he's gone.
He's probably not gone. It's probably...
It'll work. You said it was a work.
It's a work.
I'll fake my own death, and then I'll sell 1 million copies. I'll be a New York Times bestseller.
I'm sure.
It's a miracle. I'm back.
R.I.P. Bert. We all miss him. But Bert did promote a couple of shows for his dying brother.
And he only had 8 sisters.
He had no brother. Oh, it's a miracle. Cure to cancer. It's a miracle. He's for his dead. No, it was for his dead brother who died. But it was to pay for the funeral
memorial.
costs.
Yeah, it was
he
memorial.
He never had
show.
A brother.
I know.
He never had a brother.
What about when he do the fundraisers and then he'd take off at intermission with the gate?
Fire inspectors, close this down. I gotta go.
That was a waste of talent, honestly.
Yeah, Bert was an amazing. He was an amazing, good promoter.
He was a borderline genius when it came to marketing. Honest to God, you know that.
Yeah, he was good at. Well, he's just good at hustling.
But he couldn't resist thievery.
Yeah, he just couldn't help himself.
What about this? Remember this? Flam flam. Yeah. What's that?
What's that? He couldn't help himself. He could have been. He could have done it straight.
I'm talking about Bert Prentice. Bert Prentice. All right, so this is the teaser, and we're just going to come straight at you instead of we could, but unfortunately only a handful would know who the hell we're talking about. But we'll do that sometime, but just not tonight. You know, we got to get traction, and we can talk about whatever the fuck we want. A lot of guys need to be talked about that were underrated and overrated, you know. So what we're going to do is come right at you with the marketing. We need support on Patreon. No bones about it. We're going to get to Casey's stories about, what's his real name?
Nick Nemeth.
Nick Nemeth, a.k.a. Dolph Ziggler, who Casey worked with as he was coming out and Ziggler was coming into OVW, WWE, ECW, SmackDown, whatever the hell. So let's get right to it. What is currently available on Patreon as far as matches go?
The entire kit and caboodle, isn't it?
Well, the entire kit and caboodle is. However, the first 3 matches are up on, including an Armageddon Gauntlet, which Tim Castle won, and Tim Castle became the #1 contender for Sensei's PPW heavyweight title, November 6th at Fully Charged.
Yeah, he hit the jackpot. Not only is he the Olympia Freestyle champion,
he hit the jackpot.
Now the Armageddon Gauntlet champion and the #1 contender for the PPW heavyweight championship, which he will face the American Ninja Warrior, Sensei, November the 5th?
November the 6th, my man.
The 6th,
fully charged.
Fully charged.
Fully charged.
Which should be a tremendous matchup. I mean, Tim's on a roll. He just defeated Not Bad Chad 3 weeks ago for that Olympia Freestyle.
Amazing boot on a pole match on Patreon.
Yes. If you want to see anything, if there's one match you got to see, it's that boot on the pole from PPW, That was at,
You have less gray matter than I do.
that was a couple of weeks ago.
That was Dominance.
Dominance, PPW Dominance.
Yes.
Boot on a pole match. Tremendous
Outstanding.
match. Tremendous match. You
Outstanding.
can see that on Patreon.
Outstanding matchup. So, this week, what do we have?
The vacated King of the Iron Man Championship is on the line in a tournament. King of
Yes,
the
a
Iron Man tournament. There's going to be 2 rounds.
Yes.
Every match is going to be a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yes.
Unprecedented.
Yes.
The Iron Man Championship was held up about a month ago in a 3-way match between Inestra, Matt Vine, and Not Bad Chad, which ended in a no finish. The title was held up, and now we will have a new King of the Iron Man champion crowned this Saturday night in Woodstock.
And in the spirit of the evening, tell them about the tag team match,
Also,
number 1 contenders match.
Last week, another match you can catch on Patreon. Tremendous match. Last week, the brand new PPW Tag Team Champions, Poncho and Mr. Electricity Chase Gosling, squared off against the team of Jesse Danger and Charlie Hustle. Non-title action. Jesse Danger and Charlie Hustle with the upset of the year. And like I said, this isn't February. We're already in November, almost a full calendar year. So to say it was the biggest upset of the year is saying something here at PPW. So we now have 2 number 1 contenders for the Tag Team Championship. Charlie Hustle and Jesse Danger will square off against Jose Acosta and Ventura, the former PPW Tag Team Champions, in a number 1 contenders match, but not just any number 1 contenders match. To follow the theme of the evening, it will be an Iron Man match, 30 minutes, most falls to a finish.
Yes, and I will now read from context. Dear Bastages. No. You know what movie that's from?
No.
That is Johnny Danger.
Johnny Dangerously?
Johnny Dangerously, yeah.
Paulie Dangerous.
Roman Maroney. I know come to America. Here are the rules for the Iron Man.
Rules in a knife fight.
Rules for the Iron Man. Each match has a 30-minute time limit. The wrestler with the most pinfalls or submission at the end of the time limit wins. Countouts count as a fall. Disqualification ends the match and neither participant is a winner in that match.
Doesn't count as a fall?
Nope, DQ doesn't count as a fall. It ends the match. Neither participant will then advance. If a man can't continue, his opponent advances. And here's the cool part. PPW will institute a knockdown rule. If a competitor is down on the mat and off of his feet for a count of 10 seconds, his opponent gets a fall.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's what's coming up this Saturday. And you can take a look at some of what we're doing that's leading up to Fully Charged on YouTube. And also, again, it's all a quote, end quote, ploy to get you to subscribe or patronize our Patreon. So, I did not set a timer. So I guess we'll go ahead and start with a little bit of a teaser. Now, I always liked Dolph Lundgren, and I guess I was thinking about when did I start to notice him or like him. And you know what I noticed? Dolph Ziggler. Lundgren's the guy from Rocky IV. I do too. He's a good actor. I saw him in something else.
I wouldn't go that.
No, you'd be surprised. He's in some roles that he's not being advertised even because the Rocky IV smoke has lifted so much. But anyway, he can act. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, check out Dolph Lundgren on, of course, Rocky IV, but see how he's evolved since then, doing those Expendables movies with Stallone and stuff. Did you see those?
Yeah.
He's effing real good, man. He can really act now. So, Dolph Ziggler. You know what got me to notice Dolph Ziggler was upon you leaving WWE after a 5-year stint. You told me to watch for him. You told me that he was somebody that you'd work with and you see a hell of a future in. Well, here we are, fast forward to what? How many years later? 15 years?
Yeah.
15 years later, and some people like your smarks and snarks will say, oh, he's just a jobber. A jobber? that has a rare guarantee of $1.9 million every 2 years, which Vince keeps renewing. The Jobber, who last night made Big E and the Scottish kid, Drew McIntyre, look like $1 zillion. Wow, he looks good, dude. Body, too. He hasn't aged, you know? So, let's start by saying, why in the hell did you go out on a limb? Because you're not a very excitable guy. You know, you're not exactly what I would call a quote, end quote, mark for anybody under 60 in the industry. Why would you tell me to watch out for Dolph Ziggler?
I'll be happy to answer that, but in the podcast. So, folks, want to get the dirt on Dolph Ziggler, you'll have to subscribe.
Here's what I'd like to say to you right now as we close this teaser. Touche. And now,
welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to the podcast on Patreon.